In these uncertain economic times, it's easy to be worried about protecting your wealth, your hard-earned savings, and your family's financial future. Plunging interest rates, the devaluating dollar, and political unrest constantly threaten what you have worked hard to earn and all that you own. That's why now it's more important than ever to protect your assets and have the money you need to make your dreams come true. Welcome to the Global Wealth Fortress Report with successful global entrepreneur and wealth preservation expert Joel Nagel. Joel's helped thousands of people just like you protect what you have so that you can make even more and make your every dream come true. So, sit back and enjoy Joel Nagel's offshore expert advice on how you can live the good life at a great price, where the sun never sets on your financial fortress.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Global Wealth Fortress Report. I'm Joel Nagel, coming to you live today from the JW Marriott Hotel in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm here for my firm's 24th annual President's Week Conference, and we've had just a tremendous program. We've had a lot of wonderful speakers, great attendees, and one of the truly amazing speakers is my next guest, Eryka Gemma. Eryka, thanks for joining me on the Global Wealth Fortress Report. And Eryka, why don't you tell our audience a little bit about what you do, and we'll ask some questions about it. It's really quite fascinating.
Yeah, so Bitcoin is one of the best performing assets ever since the beginning of time, but specifically this year, very, very recession proof. I think we're up 135% to the dollar since 2020. So with that being said, Bitcoin and blockchain and cryptocurrencies are a very complicated world for people to get involved in. So what I do is, I'm not a financial advisor, but I help people navigate the cryptocurrency world safely as possible. So me and my team of crypto veterans, we take calls from people that, on a whole array of issues that they have. We also help individuals who want to get involved with Bitcoin on a deeper level.
And this is at the Miami Blockchain Center.
Mm-hmm.
Got that right? Okay, perfect. Well, I know that, again, this is my 24th year of doing this conference. We've never had anybody speak about Bitcoin, and I found your presentation just really fascinating. And one of the things that's easy for me to understand as not necessarily as a techie person or a millennial or somebody that's really knows a lot about cryptocurrencies, is just the fact that, like other commodities, like gold, like real estate, like other things, Bitcoin is not something that governments can just easily create. Mm-hmm. To me, that seems like that's sort of the source of the value. Is that correct?
Yeah, absolutely. You said it good when you first opened up the days, is that Bitcoin is like gold in that governments can't issue it and you can't print more.
Great. So. Now, for people who maybe aren't all that up with Bitcoin, why don't you explain, give a quick synopsis of your presentation, mm-hmm. starting with the limited supply. It's mm-hmm. actually a fixed supply, right?
Yeah, exactly. So there's only ever going to be 21 million Bitcoin in existence. What that does is it makes it a great store of value because you know that there can't be more printed. And really, when you look at the Cypherpunk Manifesto and you look at the people that created this, they were very much Austrian economists who wanted to see a money system that reflected this perfect, ideal money that we could have. And they really accomplished that via software code.
And it seems like the whole system is really mathematics based.
Yeah.
Can you just give us a quick overview of that?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of parallels to gold, right? So there is slow and steady inflation in Bitcoin, just the same way that there is when new gold enters the markets, when people mine them, that is your inflation. However, with Bitcoin, everything is software code. So it is mathematically really what you're doing and what these all right. Rewind, it's a little complicated, but there are computers all over the world, you can even start one, that dedicate their computing power to solving math problems. This is the hash power of the Bitcoin blockchain, and what it does is it ensures the integrity of the Bitcoin blockchain. There's hundreds of thousands of computers all over the world that are dedicating their computing power to solving math. Now, what that does is it keeps the system free from human error. And also, it makes it so when you have new Bitcoins entering the system, it's partitioned out in a way that you can time even almost to the hour. Also, what's great about this is that you don't have to trust me, you don't have to trust those computers. You can actually go online, read the open source code for yourself, and verify that this computer program is running the way that it should be.
And I think, again, one of the things that's interesting is really nobody owns it, nobody controls it, no government can really regulate it.
Yeah.
And that seems to be the amazing part of Bitcoin, even between Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, I mean, the SWIFT banking system really is the only way that people can move money from one country to another, right? Instead of unless you're physically flying there in a plane. With Bitcoin, you can now digitally do that, and you don't have to wait until your bank opens from 9 to 5 in order to be able to do that. You can hit send, and no government, no bank, no one entity can stop you.
And there's really no counterparty risk either.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's no chargebacks either. So it's like, let's say that someone says, the only risk I would say in this situation is you really have to have personal accountability, because there's no person that you can call to say, oh man, I sent it to the wrong address. Help me get my money back. You got to make sure that address you're sending it to is correct. If you have your private keys, these private keys are very, very powerful. It's like there's no back door to your wealth as long as you hold the passwords to your account properly. And this is just very revolutionary, because I just don't see any other type of money, as good as gold is, it can still be confiscated, and it has been before. And in Bitcoin, it's a digital possibility that has been physically impossible until now.
And so basically, as long as you maintain your passcodes and your phrases and what have you, you have those wherever you go in the world.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't have remember them.
You don't have to put it in a bag and carry it. It's really in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's really quite amazing.
Yeah, 12 to 24 words, as long as you remember them. Yeah.
So before I let you go, Eryka, why don't you tell our viewers, if they're interested in what you're doing, how they can find out more, be in touch with you.
Yeah, for sure. So I started a YouTube channel just to give edible bites of information to people who maybe want to learn a little bit more. And you can find me at youtube.com/bankoferyka. Also, my own personal website, I guess, bankoferyka.com. Kind of like Bank of America, but Bank of Eryka.
Bank of Eryka. I like it. That's really great.
It's pretty funny, too, because when I was growing up, I used the username Bank of Eryka to be a play on words of Bank of America, and I just thought it was funny. And now here I am teaching people how to become their own Swiss bank account. So
oh, that's really amazing. Well, listen, I know you're super busy. The attendees have been all over you,
yeah.
And I think that's really wonderful. But thanks for joining us here today, and maybe we can have you back again to talk about more of what you're doing at the Bank of Eryka.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks.
So on that note, thanks for joining me today on the Global Wealth Fortress Report. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care.
Bye.
Thanks for joining Joel Nagel and the Global Wealth Fortress Report, a whole new approach to asset protection and estate planning, so that now you can live the good life at a great price, where the sun never sets on your financial fortress.